1260 Breakfast with Pablo, and we're speaking about Celebrity Apprentice. The final was on last night, and we've got the winner, the Golden Girl, Stephanie Rice, on the line this morning. Steph, good morning.
Hi.
Thanks so much for taking your time out, and I mean, congratulations. Last night just came down to the final four between John Stevenson, Roxy, Jeff Fennick and yourself. How happy are you with the win?
I'm so excited. I actually have, I still can't believe that I got as far as I did.
It's one of those things where, when you tried to predict at the start of the series who was going to get there, is that the final four that you thought was going to go into it?
No, not at all. I mean, I said on that very first episode when Mr. Burris asked us who we thought was the weakest person, and I said Jeff. And then it totally took it back, when we got towards the end of the show. I guess that just goes to show that, people can be definitely very misrepresented, and just from, the outside, Jeff looks pretty lazy and looks like he has a lot of, people do things for him, but he's such a great guy with a big heart and helped me a lot throughout the whole show.
Now, the last 2 weeks, you guys have helped out a lot with the Don Bosco house, and it looked like it really did mean a lot to you two and everyone that was been involved with it for the last 2 weeks. How important was this challenge?
It was so lovely to finish on a challenge like Don Bosco. I think it sort of really put everything into perspective for us. I mean, we'd been creating events and representing brands, and to do something for a charity and feel like you were helping individuals was lovely, because it sort of took away all the drama and it just really focused on what's important. And for me, how lucky I am that, I have great family and friends and support, and not everyone has that. And it was great to be able to use everything that we knew and all the contacts to be able to give them, as they called it, a wall of hope.
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone seemed so happy with it, and there was so much support that came through for Don Bosco, and we know that for the next few years they're going to be in a really good position. And you raised so much money throughout the whole series. It's absolutely phenomenal. You nearly raised $1 million worth of funds for all the charities involved. How proud are you of that effort?
I'm so excited. I mean, almost $1 million is huge. It's so huge, and that was over the space of 6 weeks. And for me personally, I've never really had to raise money before or ask people for money or even things. I mean, you usually have managers and people that look after all that type of stuff. So it was a huge learning experience for me to be able to ask and to know that so many people were willing and happy to support. It was lovely. I mean, it was so lovely.
Looking back at the whole series and all the challenges that you took part in, other than the Don Bosco house, what was one of your favourite memories?
The dry cleaning challenge was by far my favourite. It didn't actually come across as good as it was, in person, but it was just such a crazy, full-on challenge, and seeing everyone running back and forth in this dry cleaner, it was about 42 degrees, was just hilarious. And Prue was so good, and definitely the person that, I walked away from the show just creating such a great friend. Stephanie
Rice, stick on the line. We'll speak more about Celebrity Apprentice right after this one. It's a new one from Bruno Mars, Treasure. Mars and Treasure. We're speaking to winner of Celebrity Apprentice last night, the Golden Girl, Stephanie Rice, on the line this morning. And Steph, you mentioned Prue as being one of your favourite celebrities. Who else did you really like working with on the show?
Prue definitely was. So was Jeff. I really loved Prinny. I wish that she would have stayed for longer. And Kim and Millsy, just such lovely people.
Now, there's a lot of drama on the show, and a lot it did involve Roxy and Prue. But yourself, you got in a bit of a misunderstanding with Dawn Fraser, and you were quite upset by that. Is everything okay between the two of you now?
Yeah, we sorted that out, when Dawn got fired, last week, which was great to be able to, I guess, put it all behind us and move on. And, yeah, it was good. I mean, Dawn's a huge idol of mine growing up in sport, so good to see that we can put it all aside.
Did you ever suggest to her that the two of you should jump in the pool and have a bit of a race?
Oh, it would be nice. I mean, hopefully thinking that I'll still have that one.
You may be a little bit more athletic than Dawn at this stage of your careers, I think.
Exactly. Well, I'm hoping so.
Now, you are the winner for Celebrity Apprentice for 2013. What does it mean for the rest of this year?
than anything, I think it's a big confidence boost. I went in the show to want to learn about business and understand, I guess, how everything works. And that's why I never expected to get as far as I did. And I really have walked away from the show really with a whole new skill set and knowledge base on business and interacting with people. And for me, learning a lot about myself and how I handle situations. And I'm really proud of, you know, the effort that I put in on the show. But of course, the show is all about charity, and the money that we've been able to raise is amazing. And, you know, it's just like the cherry on top that I won it.
Now, one of the big things about Celebrity Apprentice and why a lot of people like it is that you get to see the other side of celebrities. And we definitely saw the other side of John Stevenson. And last night he mentioned the fact that, yeah, when he read the paper, yeah, he didn't like how the way he came across. And with yourself, you know, as people have some images of you and some ideas about what you're like, and, you know, there's been the incidents on Twitter and things like that seem to just blow up hot water out of nothing. Are you happy about the way that you've come across to the public?
I don't know if it's really about the way I've come across. I mean, I was happy with the way that I executed, you know, myself on the show, and whether people, I guess, felt the same way or not is something that I can't really worry about too much. I definitely have had tough times in the media, and I think it's all about self-critique and analysing maybe why you don't like the way, you know, something comes across. So I just try and do that after every scenario, and I watch back Apprentice episodes all the time to, you know, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should have answered it in a different way, and it's just learning for next time, and that's, I think, what, you know, the journey is all about.
Last question, the boardroom, it's very stressful. Last night it was a little stressful as well. How scary is Mr. Burris?
He's very intimidating. Such a great person for the role, and but you can tell that he really cares. You know, his smile and you can tell that he just wants you to get the best out of yourself. It's not about like telling someone that they're no good, and just making you aware in a very subtle, but he's also blunt. So it's really great. He's good.
Stephanie Rice, thanks so much for joining us on the line. I just want to ask you, if you ever are coming up to the Pilbara, I'm absolutely shocking in the swimming pool. So if you've got a spare 10 minutes that you could tutor me,
I'll have to give you some tips and tricks.
Yeah, just don't bring up your swimwear line. I don't know if I'd look too good in it.
No, well, it's for kids, babe, so props not.
Stephanie Rice, winner of Celebrity Apprentice for 2013. Thanks so much for taking your time out this morning.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Breakfast with Pablo.